Hello and welcome to the warehouse, my ibby shibbies. I'm Brad, aka your drama queen 1014, and we're here at the dog park yet again. Like I said, I'm probably gonna do live videos for my recaps until the cast dwindles down for the sake of editing purposes, because there's too many girls right now. But I'm at the dog park with he is real, my fiance. My fiance and our little Rocco. So, as they play, I'm gonna do this recap for episode 5, Monster Ball, for RuPaul's Drag Race season 11. So let's just dive right in, I guess. So the girls come in after elimination, and they are, congratulating Silky for her win. So I was right last week that she did win. So they were congratulating her, and then Miss Scarlett wants to bug in and be like, I just want to point out, you guys, that Rue praised me on my casting skills, and the girls, some of them in their confessions were like, you just cast us, we did the part. I could have did the part in any other role. So she was like, me, Scarlett, reminded me of that Family Guy episode with Julia Roberts. me. And then Raja was a little surprised why Raja said something about something. I can't really remember. I just watched the episode once, like I did last week. So I'm going based off of memory. So I'm not sure what Raja did say exactly. She said something sorry for the trash can. Just ignore that. This isn't here, you guys. Not here. So I'm not sure what she said, but it was enough for Evie to pop up and be like, well, you're not performing well in the challenges. That's why you're not getting the praise. Once you do well in the challenges, then you'll get the praise that you're saying that you want. So, I mean, just for the sake of they just came back into the workroom and everything, after an elimination, they just lost a sister. I'm not doing the cyst thing. That's just a no. That's gross. So they just lost a sister. Another sister just went home. A lot of them are feeling under the pressure and all that stuff because they just got off the runway. So I feel like the timing was a little bit off for her to bring that up. I feel like that was more of a when they get ready in the makeup mirror. I feel like she should have brought it up then, because it would have been more the tone would have been different, rather than shady and attacking, because emotions were still raw from the elimination. Anyway, so that happens, and then, but I will point out, Scarlett did do a very good job in the casting, and RuPaul pointed it out, as she should have, because she did do a good job. Everybody performed. Well, mostly everybody performed. Majority of everybody performed, and pretty well. Like I said last week, that was probably the best Rusical so far, as terms of being together and consistent and not as rough or horrible. Anyway, so moving on to the next day, Rue walks in this, I believe it was this green suit. It kind of looked like, what is it called? Kind of plaid, I guess. I think it was that suit, unless that was last week's suit. I don't know, it was nice. I wanted one. I thought it was amazing. He should have worn it in front of Michelle Visage, but hey, So they have a little mini challenge where they have to make and dress up a Barbie doll or a Rue doll to pretty much make their own prototype of their own doll of themselves. So not only do they have to do this, Trixie Mattel comes out and she's gonna judge, because Trixie Mattel is our country Barbie doll. So I thought that was fun that Trixie came in. It's always fun when Trixie comes in. She's loud and funny. So while they're doing this, they have to make themselves up, apparently, as the Barbie doll, I guess. That I wasn't sure, because they kind of played it a little fast, and I wasn't paying too much attention, because I was still kind of getting my drink ready, like my Sprite and my sunflower seeds a little ready, so I was kind of more listening than I was paying attention. I did get a glance at Evie Oddly's, and I really did like that, whatever that was. I liked the cat bodysuit. I don't know, it was fun. So I will probably do like a goob and noob, because I didn't, like I said, didn't catch like everybody's. I caught maybe like half of everybody's, and very quick glance. But I do know that out of the very few quick glances that I got, I do know that Raja's definitely was not the strongest, so I don't know why she won. Spoiler alert. So throughout that, they are like posing in this green screen like they're a Barbie doll. Oh, I liked Nina's. Nina's was really funny. I did get a good glance at that one for a minute. But for the most part, since there's still so many girls, they're like fucking going so fast because they want to cram so much in with the time allotted. So we get to the winner, which was Raja, and I didn't really understand why she was. She was like ghetto Barbie doll or something like that. She had this big ass, like, I don't know, it kind of looked like a Slurpee 7-Eleven cup or like thermal or something. I don't know. I didn't really care for it too much when I saw everybody's collectively, but I'll probably do a goob and noob because the ones that I did see that were kind of cool, I liked, so I kind of want to like do a little goob and noob for that. Besides a goob and noob for the runway for this past one, because I'm not going through a runway right now of how many looks was that collectively, like 20 something, 30 something looks. I don't know, each girl had to do 3 looks. So after that, Rue announces that they're going to have a monster ball, and they have to do, like I said, 3 looks. They have to do a trick or treater look. I forgot what it was called, like sexy trick or treater. So like Rue was like, imagine sexy policeman, sexy, you know, the sexy stereotypical whore outfit. And then the second category was witch, please, where they had to dress up like witches. And then the last one was MILF, monsters I like to freak. But, you know, monsters I like to fuck, let's be real. Now, I'm surprised no one did a, like, Monsters Inc. look. Because, you know, if we're going monsters I like to fuck, they should have, like, sexed up, like, Mike or Scully or something like that. I don't know. Because that would have been whimsical to me. So, this is a design challenge. They have to design all 3 of these looks right there in the workroom. I'm sure a lot of the queens used a lot of shit that they already had brought in with them, though, because there's no fucking way they made 3 looks like that in one fucking day. No way. So this was a design challenge. I mean, you could tell that a lot of it went into the design, but I don't know. Moving on. So we get this like moment like we had in the beginning, like Vanjie and Brooklyn were like gave each other a kiss. They're like really pushing this Miss Vanjie and Brooklyn like being into each other, kind of like showmance kind of thing. We've never had a showmance on Drag Race. I don't know if I'm here for it or not. We'll see how this goes, because Miss Vanjie's all like, I'll give him a kiss if he wants a kiss, but I'm here. I'm focused. So they have gave them a nickname of Brangie, of Brooklyn and Vanjie, like most showmances go, like Big Brother or Survivor. Like Big Brother is my very favorite fucking reality TV show. I've auditioned almost every year. There's a few years that I missed out. I want to be on Big Brother so bad. Okay, anyways. He's barking over there because he won't bring him the ball. If there's loud barking, that's why. He won't bring the ball to get thrown, but he wants to be thrown. He's like me, princessa. Okay, so we get to the design room where they're designing the dresses. We get a walkthrough. Nina seems a little bit more confident this time around with the design, because the first episode, her design challenge, as we saw, looked like a nipple / pimple dress, where she had to portray Thor G Thor. So she was much more confident this way around, because she's like, I'm gonna stick to my aesthetic, I'm gonna do Nina West, I'm gonna stick to my campy old self, my campy glam. And so I was like, yes, because I love campy drag, because I do campy drag sometimes, and it's just fun. I believe the last like campy thing I did was like a Miss Roger Rabbit look. Yeah. Okay, so then we get to crap. Like I said, I'm going based off of memory. I don't know. Rue didn't really like. Oh, she was worried about Plastique, because Plastique has been. She kind of called her out. We're in the same silhouette. She's the pretty queen. She's the fishy queen. She was afraid that Plastique wasn't going to be able to go in a monster route, you know. And Plastique's like, well, you're just. I'm gonna do pretty, but I'm gonna keep it spooky pretty. And she's like, okay, whatever. And I can't really think of who else. Like I said, based off of memory here. Anyway, let's just move along. So we get like Silky reading Brooklyn for the toilet paper that she was like putting around her for her mummy look. And then Brooklyn, oh yeah, that's right. RuPaul was being like, no. When Brooklyn was explaining her idea for her monster, that she wanted to put like heads of dead models on her. Say hi. Say hi. So, oh yeah, she read her for that, like kind of looking at her like, oh. And then in her confessional, Brooklyn was like, oh, Rue's giving me one of those looks. So pretty much Brooklyn scrapped that whole idea. So she came up with this Black Widow kind of look in like last minute freak out mode, and like put a snake around her neck, which I didn't really understand how that make you a Black Widow to put it was literally like just a dress with tulle, a black dress with a fuckload of tulle and a snake around her neck. That was it. Like, I didn't get Black Widow at all. Anyways, let's see what happened in the workroom while they were getting ready, besides Silky calling out Charmin. I don't think we got too much of like storyline this time around. If I do, I'm sorry that I'm forgetting about it. Oh, there is one more thing about the Rue walkthrough with Evie. Evie was trying to tell Rue that she wanted, because so far this has been like everybody was expecting Evie, this was going to be her challenge, like a Halloween ghoulish challenge, because up to this point, let's be honest, she should have been on Dragula. So she's been serving us, I guess, kind of like, you know, I'm not going to compare anybody to anybody, but I feel like Sharon Needles kind of was a pioneer into, maybe, I can't speak for them, but to me, if I was creating a show like Dragula, and my knowledge and my experience, I don't know if they like kind of based it off of, oh, well, Sharon Needles type drag queens aren't recognized as much. This is our world. This is who we are. So let's make a show about us. Now, I said I can't speak for them, but that's what I would have done. Anyways, so everybody's expecting Evie to do well because, again, she should be on Dragula. She's presented, up until Sharon Needles, she's been the most kooky and spooky. So Rue's all like coming up to her. She's like, well, what you gonna do? She's like, well, I want to do like a sexy. I want to bring like sexy, because you guys haven't seen me sexy or glamorous. And they're like, or no, Rue was telling her, are you sure you want to do that? So there was like a little confusion over here. Come here. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Look right here. He thinks I'm talking to another dog. Come here. All right. So, let's just get to the runway. I'm going to be honest, I cannot remember the judge's name that played the Empress in Suicide Squad. But she kind of looks like Jamie Presley a little bit, who I love. Jamie Presley is amazing and fucking funny, and she's actually quite beautiful. So for a minute, I thought that was like her when she was being introduced. I was like, oh shit, is that Jamie Presley with dark hair? No. It was, I feel bad that I can't remember her name. Then we had guest judge Elvira. Yes. I love when Elvira comes on as a guest judge. It is amazing. Elvira is amazing. Sorry. I'll be right back. I need to get a drink of water real quick. Forgive me, my image. Okay, we're back. I'm good. I cleared the layer. Our doggy is being silly over there. So, I love when Elvira is a fucking guest judge because Elvira is amazing and she still looks fucking sickening to this day. And she's always fun when she's a guest judge. We need her more as a guest judge because she's amazing. Then we had Ross Matthews, Michelle Visage, and Rupaul, and I don't know about the dress. It was kind of cute, I was a little bit on the fence with it. I wish they would start doing more like, I think I mentioned this already, like she kind of used to almost dress kind of the theme of the runway, and I wish her and Michelle would keep doing that because Michelle did not theme herself at all on this runway. So let's talk about this runway. They all do 3 looks. Like I stated before, it was Sexy Trick-or-Treater, Witch Please, and MILF, Monsters I Like to Freak. I'm going to do a runway because there's like, how many girls? 11 or something like that. Girls left. And they all had to do 3 looks each. So that's going to be definitely in another video. Okay, so after the runway, they get their critiques. And I believe Silky, Ariel, and Sugarcane, they were in the bottom. Plastique, Evie were in the top. I can't remember who else was in the top with them. Oh my goodness. I'm drawn quite the blank right now. Oh, and Brooklyn, the winner. And Brooklyn, they were in the top. I was confused why Brooklyn was in the top. Had she not did her runway walk on point in her ballerina shoes, she would have not been in the top at all because her construction of her design dresses were super weak, except her Witch Please look. She was fucking sickening. She inspired her Witch Please look off of the character in the Witch Doctor character in Suicide Squad. And it was funny because she didn't even know that she was going to be a judge that day. So the actress was all like, damn, I should have took some dance lessons before I did that movie because she's moving better than I did in this fucking scene. And she looked good though. Hey, 1 second.
Hey.
That's what I was telling you to watch.
He just wants to play.
Our dog is a recent rescue dog, so we're still a little apprehensive around other dogs. So he's still acclimating to getting out of the shelter. Anyway, so that's the top, that's the bottom. Again, I don't
Good
agree that
boy.
Brooklyn, her design wasn't that strong, except the Witch Please look.
Hi, Rocco.
Again,
Come on
the
back.
Black Widow
Where's the
dress
ball?
didn't make sense.
Rocco, where's the ball?
I'm not going to go into detail about the outfits right now. But I believe Scarlett and definitely Nina should have been in the top. That's for sure. Nina's looks were strong. All three of them were strong, and I don't know why. Like her Witch Please, oh my god, yes. Like she took it back old school. She made an actual like suit, like an historical reference. Anyways, we're going into another video. I'm going off a tangent.
That's what happens when you get
I didn't really agree with Plastique being on the top though, because she did the pretty thing. She did what, you know, kind of expected things, and she didn't really take it like super ghoulish, like monster. I'm not gonna discredit her for her makeup look, for her Reaper look though, because that was really amazing and she looked sickening like that. I'm not gonna discredit her for any of her makeup or her outfits because they did look good. I just feel there were other people, they were definitely better for the challenge, which was Monster Ball. Now, I don't know if there was a, what is it called? I don't know if there was like a requirement for each look, because some of the witches look were scary, some of them were pretty, some of them were just kind of plain, so they didn't really like categorize like the witchy look, so they didn't give us any subject or category of how they're gonna approach this other than kind of be spooky and ghoulish. I'm assuming going in a Sharon Needles route. That's what I got. But what I saw on the runway, I don't know if that was in in the Queen's guidelines, because there was all over the place. There wasn't really a lot. There was definitely a lot of spooky. Definitely no. Not by far. Like Ariel, girl. No, bitch. No. And I mean that in the nicest way. No, bitch. I appreciate what you were trying to do, but you honestly, like they said, you know, you have been consistently in the same silhouette and hair, even though it's a different color. So we get to the bottom two, which was Sugarcane and I'm so sorry, guys, Ariel Versace. So they lip sync to "I'm Your Baby Tonight" by Whitney Houston. And at this point, like I keep saying, because there's so many girls, I was like, so is this gonna be a double elimination maybe? But no, it was not a double elimination. The edit made it seem like Ariel was gonna be the one that was gonna Shantae and stay, because the camera gave her a lot of time. Usually that means they're gonna stay. So Suga was, I don't know, this song was kind of inappropriate to what they were wearing. So it kind of like, and what they were wearing for the monster theme. I mean, I guess it worked for Ariel because she was still pretty, but she was doing like busted dance moves, which like, that's not, you shouldn't be doing those kind of busted dance moves to like a 92 fucking song, which was probably recorded and produced in 91. But I could be wrong. I mean, yeah, whatever. So they both, I don't know, I thought it was gonna be a double elimination. Even though I am totally here for Suga Cane. I really like Suga. Though you can tell that she kind of has been doing drag. Maybe not as less, I'm sorry, maybe more than just a year and a half. But she's definitely not as polished as the older queens that are on the show are. That's for sure. There's lack of detail and stuff. I feel like her concept needs, she needs seasoning is what she needs, so her concepts can speak more. I feel like she needs more seasoning so she can learn a little bit of editing and how to edit herself and her looks down. But I'm here for Sugar. I like her. I'm glad she stayed. I agree that Ariel should have went home. Again, she was bringing this literally the same silhouette on the runway, the same hairstyle, just in different colors, just like the silhouettes in different colors. I don't know why they haven't clocked Plastique on this, because literally she has had the same silhouette as well, just as so has Miss Vanjie. So I'm really kind of like, even though she should be clocked on it, Ariel, I'm really kind of just like, why the fuck aren't they like clocking the other girls on it? Because Ariel's just as pretty as the other ones. So yeah, that was the episode. I feel like Ariel's monster look was definitely not a fucking monster look. She was trying to go mermaid because she was having struggle in the runway. I mean, in the workroom while getting ready, and people were like, I believe it was Plastique saying, "Are you gonna wear that for real? Like, is that monster though? Like, is it just pretty though?" So, it was her time to go because she was getting boring. Unfortunately, she was consistent, but not consistently super good. So, I mean, she wasn't terrible. None of these queens that go home are terrible. I mean, in this season so far. They're not terrible people. They're not terrible at their craft. I understand that these girls have to do... To us, we think they're getting a week's rest in doing this, but they're not. They're literally going to sleep that night, getting up and doing it all over again. I mean, they filmed this in like a half a week or 2 weeks. Like, so they're tired. They're fucking really tired. They're overwhelmed. Emotions are kicking in. All this stuff in such a short amount of time. So like, I can't really hold anything against anybody really, but I can hold against Ariel that she wasn't bringing anything other than what she was bringing. No excitement. The only thing we kind of got outside of Ariel was when she played Sandy in the Trumpsicle, when she played, oh, I can't even remember, but it was like a Sandy type part, and she looked different. She looked nice. She looked pretty, and I thought it was a different person at first, but she looked good. So I agree that she should have went home. I think Silky needs to lip sync. I think Raja needs to lip sync, because they're getting way too cocky for their lack of experience and skills on the show, not in real life. I can't discredit them. I'm only crediting what I see on the show. Anyways, that was episode 5. Next week we have episode 6, apparently the first ever drag Olympics. So that should be exciting. What did you guys think of the episode? I'm gonna again be doing a Goob and Noob video for the runway looks. That's probably gonna be a long video. I also have been recently started watching Drag Race Thailand season 2. I did watch season 1, so I finally stumbled upon and am watching season 2 of Drag Race Thailand. I love the format of this show. It's definitely it's kind of a little bit of the same, but it's definitely a different format that I like. I'll talk about it more, but what my point is I'm not going to do recaps of the show. Maybe when Drag Race season 11 is over and they don't jump into another All-Stars, I will possibly think about reviewing the episodes, but I do want to hopefully try to get out weekly a Goob and Noob video of RuPaul Drag Race Thailand season 2, I'll probably do 2 videos for their entrance looks and their runway looks, because they had to do 2 runway looks and I have to do the entrance looks and stuff like that. So if you guys want to see me cover that, let me know. I mean, I'm gonna do it anyway, but let me know in the comments below. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about this episode. Yeah, let me go back to my fiance and my doggy and play with them now. Thanks for tuning into The Warehouse. Again, I'm Brad, aka your Drama Queen 1014. Please like, share, and please hit that subscribe button so you guys can get more content of Drag Race with me every week. When it's not on, you can get your fixins with me. All right, toodles.